I guess I should probably start recording so I can throw this up on YouTube later. Because people always love some matches, especially in the current patch. I should probably make a new team. I kind of just queued up. I didn't expect an insta-queue. Always do great stuff. Appreciate it. Alright. This does not look like a fun team. Alright. Grumper Band. I'm not quite sure why that was. Kind of like in a Brock pick. Try doing 1 or 2 short game jams if you have time. Really helps you learn, lets you relax in bigger projects. See, that's the advice I get a lot. The thing is, it's worth mentioning. I am not a professional game dev, nor do I have plans to be. I have a full-time job as an accountant, and I'm doing this purely as hobby, and my motivation for game dev is to make this one specific game, not to make smaller games. Which is different from a lot of people, because I really love... I have a lot of motivation to make this project. Because this game I'm playing right now, Temtem, it's pretty dead. It's gone downhill a lot, and they had their sunset update, and it's not going to be going anywhere. And I wanted to basically try and make something that could be a replacement, but also like my own take on it. So it's completely different in a lot of ways, but has the essence of what this game offers. And that's where I get my motivation from, is basically to make the kind of game that I want to play. Yeah. So I've considered doing some game jams, and I may still do it down the road. It might be a good break, but also I feel like game jams are extremely stressful with their tight deadlines and stuff. And I just don't want to lose an entire weekend to do a game jam to make a game that's not related at all to my current project. So many crystals. Hey Marco, good to see you. Let's grab Nid. Yeah, both my Earths got banned. I guess that makes sense considering the triple crystal, but there's also a lot of like Earth resists. It's 3 Earth weeks and then 5 Earth resists, so I didn't really want to pick my Earth types anyways. Definitely would have picked up Rolder if he made it through this ban phase, but he did not. I think I'm gonna go 2 Vine here. Hey Billy, good to see you. Yeah, and to anyone who's just tuned in on YouTube, I did a partial stream of game dev to test a new overworld type thing for the game I'm developing. I'll probably try and throw the link to the pre-alpha in the description. I'm not sure how many games of Temtem I'm gonna do, but I know that a lot of people have been tuning in lately to some of my more recent streams. Lots of new players flowing in, so I figured throw a little bit of content out there. Brockland's really valuable against Zenith, Valash, and Sidepath, so no reason for me to throw any health on it right now. Gonna lose Prio on Hasty Lunge. Problem is I don't know if Kinu's gonna stay in or not. So Kinu stayed in. I did actually debate on trying to double into that slot. I don't think this is bad. He attacked anyways. It was Kaleidoscope. I was really wondering if it was going to be a Lifeful Sap onto the Valash anyways. It's not even bait, so I'm not sure why he decided against that. This is a very clear Madness buff turn. I'd be amazed if that's not what he clicks here. And if I throw away Minnow, that's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Question is, does this kill? I really don't know. My Minnow is not max attack. Nice, got him. Yeah, I mean, Crystal against Minotaur, you got your support Kinu right next to him. You kind of just got to go for it. Hey, Bear, good to see ya. Yeah, I am taking a little break from coding. Just kind of relaxing after my pre-alpha. How's your new year been so far? I don't know how fast this Zenith is. I do have some speed on my Minnow, so if it's a slower Zenith, I could outspeed easily. But if it's not, I would not. I think I just stay in Paizo anyways. It's not a whole lot of harm in doing so. I guess Minnow is nice against Owlhe, but it's not like Owlhe is completely gonna ruin my day, regardless. Saipat lived. Does get tasered. Minnow goes down. Doesn't do a whole lot. Decent damage on the Zenith. This is the best turn to bring in Broccolum. Now, if he stays in, he has to double in to kill my Tuvine. So he just eats a CPG on his Kinu here. And I also get Camouflage on Broccolum because I fully believe that that is the superior trait. Now, I don't know if this Kinu is going to have Revit, but it cannot heal itself with Lifeful Sap, which is valuable. Oh, that Soul Shout does not kill. Yeah, but one more will. I don't know how fast his Owlhe is. If his Owlhe is like super fast, I will get outsped on Tuvine, and he might even outspeed on Brock to break the... Okay, so he was faster on Kinu. This is completely fine. I am in zero danger here. The only problem was if Owlhe like turbined and he got a beta off on Broccolum. I think that was definitely the play he wanted to go for. Because Tuvine was just dead weight at that point. I would have OX with any attack, especially... go Nidrasil to actually bait some damage off of Broccolum. If he went for... Okay, 2-Vine would have OX if I clicked Tornado. So I would have been on the field with no health and no stamina, and I can't move. Broccolum's the only thing that can kill Zenareth here, and the only way I lose the game is if he gets a double in on Broccolum. Or if he's running Bamboozle on Owlhe. Wait, I don't think Owlhe gets Bamboozle, actually. But yeah, I get Inner Spirit. I am very confident I can take a Turbine and a Crystal Spikes. Like, there's really not a question. I got some multiplayer bugs squashed this morning. Testing now. Awesome. Love that. Hope the testing is going well. I know multiplayer is always a pain. And that's GG. That was a 4, not a 1. I don't think I've caught you streaming yet, though. Are you just kind of taking it easy, going things at your own pace, then? Totally understand that. Or maybe I just missed you. Haven't had time yet? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the new... Like, it's pretty much been busy day after busy day after busy day up until now for most people. So, yeah. It makes sense. Because it's like a lot of people I've talked to about like testing my game. A lot of them are like, yeah, I'm down to test it, but I don't have time right now to sit down and play a game for like an hour or two. Even some of my close friends are just like, yeah, you know, don't have time. Not even home for the next week or two. I have a link to the alpha. Is it not pinned? Did it get dropped? I tried to pin it, but I'm not sure if it stayed, because I clicked hide from me. And maybe it was set to the 40-minute timer yet. Oh yeah, you do have to set every single pin like that. That's so silly. I already do have a lot. I've already gotten some great feedback on things that need to change. I guess I always leave people. It's like going into it, I'm like, oh, I feel great about it. It's such a good alpha or pre-alpha. I feel confident in sharing it with people. And now I've gotten some feedback, and I'm just like, you know, I kind of got add a disclaimer. Ah, shoot, I forgot to make a team. Add a disclaimer that's just like, oh, the the game starts off a bit slow and the tutorial's really long. Where do you want feedback? The best place for feedback would be on the feedback form, linked on the itch page. Because I've got some specific questions on there that I was hoping for some answers to. But I mean, if you just tune in on stream and drop your answers, that's always good too. So there's the Brock ban. Yeah, decent spread damage to deal with Mix. Tortonite's pretty rough, but Garunder is too. I think Tortonite's worse though. But yeah, I'm basically spending I decided to block out the whole month to gather feedback and not do any major changes on the game until then. I'm basically just going to be in brainstorming mode over that time and kind of relax. And I want to do a couple more content videos for Temtem due to the influx of players it got from being free on PlayStation. Shoot. Might be a Bobble with 2-Vine lead. So it's just, if you don't finish everything today, or you only do part of it anyways, just don't worry about it. Just appreciate people trying it out and giving whatever feedback they can. I definitely want Baboa. I'm scared that I don't know why the Magmut's on this team. It doesn't look like a raid boss team. But if I pick Tuvine right now and he goes Magmut and Madness buffs and it's like a Lifeful Sap Volphy, that would be like the worst thing ever for me. Normally you would have a Nidrasil if you're going to have a Magmut raid boss, but yeah, see, there it is. It probably is going to be support Volphy. Gonna knock out Mix, because Mix is like one of the worst things with raid boss teams, because you can't knock it out. Because normally when you have a raid boss, you just want to max out one specific Tem's defenses and offenses, and then as long as you can keep that one Tem healthy, you can win the game. Or well, no, but then you're hoping they can solo carry, but then in the end it ends up being like a 1v4 situation. But with Mix, you can easily make that 2v4, and that flips the entire game around. Because Puppet Master is OP. It's not like actually broken. I think it's a really fun and well-made trait, but it is such an annoyance to play around. And it's very team-checky in nature. We might run into a situation here where does this guy have any points in speed in Magmut? I'm pretty sure base speed Magmut is 128 speed, and then base speed Rolder is 131. So I could get a Rockfall and maybe even an Earthbreaker off on this guy, which would be important. I'm going to go Calibus in the last slot, just because I want to have something better against Magmut specifically in an endgame potential situation. And having Aquastone is really nice. Sancro, hello, welcome. Just picked up Temtem last week. What are some endgame goals you can go for now? This morning you hit the credits. That's awesome. So the endgame in Temtem really primarily consists of two things, and that's either PvP battles, so if you're a competitive player and you like battling against other players, that's what I'd look at, or Luma hunting, which is like shiny hunting. And pretty much the entire endgame revolves around one of those two things. I guess Umbra hunting as well, it's the same idea though. Not Kaleidoscope Volphy. I'm still going to double in on it though. Jinx Whisper on the Baboa. There's the Madness buff. Squishy Volphy, very squishy. Found 2 Lumas in your playthrough. Dang, that's a lot. That's awesome. Might dabble in some PvP once your type charts are learned a bit better. Yeah, just know that if you do PvP, there is a mode called Showdown where you can use, it's kind of like Pokemon Showdown, where you can just pick any Tem. They'll all have max stats and all the moves learned, and you'll be able to use those in battle rather than having to use your own teams. Because I know it's not advertised very well, and a lot of players will end up using like their story teams, and they'll get destroyed because other people have like competitively trained Tems. But yeah, Luma hunting is a lot of fun. The endgame currency are the feathers, and then you use those feathers to get... Oh shoot, he actually swapped. I was not expecting that. Also wasn't expecting a... I was expecting a Plague onto Baboa. It even is thick skin, not brumation. That's so strange. Okay, I know his Nero, but I haven't ever faced Nero, I don't think, before. Okay, so I still got Minotaur, Rolder, and Calibus in the back to deal with Magmut. Question now is, does he stay in with Garunder or does he swap out? It's at the point with Volphy. It looks like he's actually got enough where he can Plague again and maybe even Jinx Whisper. I think I just water cutting the Volphy and Mineral Hail here just to cover for a swap. I don't care too much about Tuvine taking damage like that. No! That's so sad. I mean, it was the only time my Straw Shield was going to get value, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Bobo now has Aqua Stone up, so still super useful. The problem is I don't know what he's going to do here. This is I want to swap in a Rolder, but there's a chance that he uses like Plague on Boboa to try and kill it. I don't think that would be the case, but it's definitely possible. I think I'm going to do a risky play. Try and eat the Plague from the Volphy, probably going on to the Tuvine, and then this will actually give me a +1 attack because of Ruminant. No, it's Jinx Whisper. That's also fine. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Been jumping around Temtem streams. Think Pokemon knowledge and not just spamming damage moves helped you get through the campaign quicker. That's fair. Yeah, it definitely helps. Sims like 86 or 87 on the last fight. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's actually drill Impact just in case. See, that's a very interesting play, because that means... That means one of these Tems is gonna... come in and be vulnerable. So once again, I don't know how fast this Magmut is. I'd assume it's base. But we should have speed tied on Boboa, and I didn't see the speed tie. He can't swap out Magmut either, because then Grumper's gonna take the hit. There's nothing he has on Lodel to take the hit. This is a good swap in for my Calibus also. I really enjoyed the synergy system. As soon as you could grab Kinu and Adoro and felt unstoppable. Yeah, the synergy system is so much fun. Faraday Cage. That's fine. No synergy on Aquastone next turn, which is actually kind of sad, but it's not the worst thing. Soul Shout. This is going to do a ton, but I live. I was really hoping I'd be faster. I don't know why he's got speed on the Magmut, because now it's squishier and it just got one shot, but, you know, I appreciate the creativity. I think it's cool. Can try and get a goring off on the Grumper after that speed boost. Unlikely it'll go through, but it's worth a shot. I'm gonna try and chip down Lowaddle, because Lowaddle is kind of the only thing keeping me from winning the game now. Because Baboa can 1v1 Grumper in like all situations. It is a very speedy Lowaddle. Slow down. Did not consider that. He will have to attack me at some point, because he's not going to have enough stamina. Sometimes you want to play Temtem again with 0 new content, didn't want to start. Yeah, I just play PvP on occasion, that's about all I do now. Unlock the lake lair or something. Oh yeah, I guess lairs are fun, but in the end, the only reason you really do them is for Lumas. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the lairs can be kind of fun, but they're not the best content, and you always have to wait for, you usually have to wait for a group of 5. You can try and do them solo. I think you can now, but they're, I don't know. I've never really enjoyed lairs. But there are technically like 2 new Tems you can unlock by doing them. I won't spoil it though if you haven't seen it. Played 4 battles, fill out the feedback form. Sounds good. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it, Bear. Good damage. I didn't know how much that would do, but it looks like it's a squishier Lowaddle. This will not kill, so he needs to do something else damage-wise. Oh, he used T-Strike. And the burn to finish him. He lived on 1 health. Wow. Well, at this point, I just kind of chip him down. It might be like the one trait that when you rest, you like Coward's Rest or whatever. Breeding for max SV seems pretty cool. Just caught a bunch. I mean, if you like breeding, yeah, it's definitely worth it. I guess I never found the breeding to be fun per se. It was definitely an interesting system. GG's there, Nero. That team was not what I was expecting. Yeah, I guess maybe doing like 1 or 2 breeds is fun, but it also gets kind of expensive. So if you don't have money to do it, it kind of sucks. You can get money by doing free tem. That's not exactly fun. It's more just something to do. Is that an aggro Baboa? Aggro Baboa is pretty common. It's not a full aggro Baboa. Mine is more like a bruiser. It's got HP and attack investment rather than speed investment. It does have stuff like Revitalize though, so that if it needs to play a slower game it can. It just doesn't have the extra defense investment. Oh, it's like I could make a new team, but this one's still pretty fun. I think the stuff that they changed is basically like Cheer Up, Munko getting unnoticed, Zyzer, and those are really the only 2 relevant changes, or 3. I could try and make a Munko team. I know a lot of people love Munko. I kind of wonder what kind of team it's going to be on. I'm debating on doing like one last big video where I do like one quick guide and build per tem, so that people can have an idea of how to use their favorite tems. That would take a long time to do, and it would probably be like a 4-hour long video. But it might be something I look into this month. We'll see. New team? I can try. It's basically just going to be a Monko-centric team. I do like Straw Shield bulkier Monko. I don't want this much. I think I got the speed right. The stamina's right. Reset. This is my preferred Monko set. I know some people like tokens, so you have priority. Or even hook. But token, I guess, is just better. Or even dim mock. But this is my preferred. Oh. It doesn't have offensive scaling, which is a bit sad. But it can't. The thing is, it can't utilize self cheer up. You'd be better off just as, yeah. No, you'd be better off clicking Martial Strike, like genuinely, than clicking cheer up on yourself, because you at least get chip damage in then. Full melee, nah. 35k early on for free Tem. Doubled the money you had at the time. Yeah. I mean, 35k is enough to maybe buy like one perfect Tem nowadays. I'm not even sure if that's what the prices are at. What fires are even good at complementing? Like, I could try like Drakash. I almost never use Drakash. But then I'm like double water weak. I guess that's the point of the microwaves rework though. It means I'm pretty much stuck with either Hazrat or something else. But Hazrat's just like better. If we got Hazrat on the team, we'll want a water. Maybe a water that can beat other waters. I know Nestle's pretty good. I don't know, it's just like I want to make the team so that Monko's kind of the star. But I don't know how to do that super well. I could throw Kapire in here. Does this thing even have a fourth move? I guess it's got Fiery Ballad, that's right. I haven't tried Fiery Ballad much, so we'll throw it on here. Maybe we'll get something. So that means a Water Wind. Normally that'd be Whip Lump. Could do like 2Kai or something. But then we're just kind of getting away from like a viable team and closer to this team is just for fun. Which I guess is more my style. Alright. A lot of people always wonder like, oh, why aren't people playing 2Kai? 2Kai seems really good. Spreader is kind of insane. Problem is, you actually don't want to be doing less damage to both Tems, because then it's just harder to get kills. I go with Refreshing Breeze as my second prio, because 2Kai usually only gets like 2 turns on the field and then dies. So having a second prio means that you might be able to do something before you die. Because you get high prio, special attack or special defense down, which would help stuff like Monko. So right now electric weakness kind of bad. So that means I probably got to add an earth type. What kind of earth type would complement Monko? I mean, there's Drakash again, but I don't really want to use that. Volphy would obviously be decent. Volphy's just too good. Maybe we had Mudrid for fun. That means we gotta add like a mental or something. I always like Dispersion. I think it's such a cool cool trait. Mental. That gives us another electric weakness, but I think that's okay. Unless I go like mix, but I don't really have a great mix team. It would kind of just be there to eat bans. I could go Sandby. I don't play Sandby very often. It'd be a nice callback to the MIDI teams I used to run. MIDI team was goated. Yeah, MIDI Bun running that in an actual comp match was just insane for those few weeks. It was so much fun. Okay, yeah, so electric is really the only thing I gotta be real afraid of. Maybe I should add an electric of my own now. Amphitheater might not be bad. I always love Obi. Is Volgon worth it? Volgon's probably worth it. I got a lot of superconduct combos. Now I need a water normal type for synergies with both of these. Oh no, I have the water, so now I need a neutral type. I know there's the only water neutral is Koish, which I could add, honestly. My neutral Koish? Why not? The ugliest one, right? For some reason the thing gets goring. I should probably have Zenmed on it. Zenmed instead of Hypno, Zenmed instead of Ice Cubes. I feel like Ice Cubes is such a bait. I'm just trying to... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get baited by Ice Cubes more often than it's actually useful. Let me just throw some items on here. Hazorat gets the stupid item that shouldn't exist. A fire chip there. Normally I'd put like Straw Shield on Tukai, but I don't have Straw Shield. So I know that Tukma Mask is good. I might go bait as well. See if bait's open by the end of this. Iron Coating. I think I'm actually gonna go Fake Beard to save some stamina. And then I always like Sweatband on Sandby. Volgon's probably gonna be camo. Unless I can think of something better. And then Koish, probably just double screen. Nope, that's the wrong one. Or see yourself wanting to hunt for a Lumakinu. Just getting an okay stat one was rough. Well, if you get a radar, it's like real easy. So that set's already made. 71 stam here. Every Koish is ugly. I quite like Electric Koish and Digi Koish. I think those two are pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely not the prettiest Tem in the game. Oh man, I forget my set here. I used to have a really good one. I think it was just very simple. 232. Max attack, rest in HP, and then I was just able to live pretty much everything while still dealing as much damage as I possibly can. It was always just a matter of how it's speeding or not. I think it was funny when you got the teleporter and could go around easier, end up with way more hold items for you to pick up for late game. Yeah. Did you course best looking? Yeah, I feel like it's not even really a competition. 20 plus 28 plus 26. 64, so you don't even need stamina in 2Kai. That's kind of interesting. Let's go 232 here as well. 2Kai is not the fastest, so it's painful to invest any more than that. I'm actually going to max HP out on the thing, and then we'll just use the rest and special attack, just because... Actually, hold on. I'm going to put like 2 more points in speed, because I want it to be faster with the refreshing breezes. And Monk go after like 1 speed boost would outspeed it normally. $65 stam is what you normally want to go here. 305, I think, is the breakpoint for Mudred, so you're faster than max speed Psypat. I feel like there's definitely an HP breakpoint I normally hit, but I don't know it, so we're just going to go 34. How do you cook the TVs easily? You still struggle with TVs? So I have been playing this game for far too many hours. I've just played this game a lot. I think I've got like 4,000 hours, and like 3,000 of those were in PvP only. It's more than 4,000 hours because it's not even including the first like couple months I played. I also participated in the World Tournament, and I can just tell by looking at a Tem like what its general speed stat is, what its normal build is, and everything. Shiny Umbreon, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. How's it going? You a Temtem fan then? Or are you more of a Pokemon fan? I see Umbreon in the name, so. Played it since 2020, still suck. The game is basically just like super advanced chess. It's chess with way more steps to it. I think I go 201 here. And so it's just like some people have a better aptitude for it than others. Like, yeah, I wish I could actually like not store the useless information in my brain, but it's kind of just stuck there after reinforcing it for so long. And I mean, a lot of it's just experience as well. I think it's 68. $272, 3. And I was just like, and even before this, I've been playing competitive Pokemon. So it's just, things just kind of come naturally to me. You know, how much do I need for a 4-turn rotation? Of course, you're both. Yeah, played this back when it came out, but then stopped and came back. Still playing it. Haven't finished the story, but you're playing on Luma hunting. That sounds awesome. And ever since 1.8, Luma hunting has been so much easier and more enjoyable. 67 for a 4-turn rotation. That sounds a lot better to me. But like Koish has a very cheap moveset. pretty much any quest you run except maybe like mental with matter teleport. Max out HP, speed. I think I'll just go like 188, which is like 1 point above a speed creeping anaerobic Vola. And then the rest can just go in attack. And I mean, these spreads aren't optimized either. I'm kind of just approximating and hoping things will work. Like if I could probably take these into battle and then I'll complain about the spreads like 3 times during the battles and maybe even lose some games because of it. But it's just calcing the stamina rotation, reaching a speed break point that you want to, and then after that it's literally up to like an HP damage split, which I just guess on more often than not. But if you were really trying to make like a singular focused competitive team, you would want to calc for something to survive and then put the rest, or something to kill. Like if you want to one-shot a Chromion that has 0 HP TVs with like a Thunder Strike or something, like that's reasonable. And you throw anything left in HP. I think I've done that calc before on Grumper specifically. Digiquation needs a little too. Oh, right, Faraday. Yeah, that's fair. I was just thinking in general. Hey, Dr. Dark, good to see you. Did you win some games in Covino's stream last night? I saw you were in the Jackbox. The Dev Adventure going? Pretty awesome. Like, I mean, I released my pre-alpha. I think it's in the pins. And, you know, I've been getting some feedback here and there. It's hard to get people to... It's easy enough to get people to try your game, but it's actually kind of tough to get people to respond and give feedback. But it's going well. I've got some great feedback from what I've received so far. I have some changes I want to do, but I'm going to kind of like take a little break for the next month and just relax a bit and work on some other things I wanted to do rather than the main game. I think it's good to take breaks every once in a while too. How are things going for you? Oh, you didn't win? Oh, sad. Should make a guide. Many new players started playing. Yeah, I mean, the problem is there's no general guide you can give to new players to help them understand the game. I've thought about it and I've considered it, and I've made guides on specific things that go more in depth. But like guides go so outdated so quickly that it's hard to justify spending hours to make a guide that like 200 people are gonna watch, and then it's gonna be obsolete in 2 months. So, but I do want to do something. I wish there was a universal guide that would stay viable throughout the patches, but there's really not. I have 4 Earth Weakness, which I didn't catch earlier, so I'll probably knock out that Zyzare first. Happens. Switch back to Unreal yourself. Oh, really? It's having an issue with the skeletons and animations in Godot. Yeah, I guess I've only worked in 2D, so I haven't had any problems, but I could see 3D being an issue that way. PlayStation Plus had it free in Steam sale, had it down to 13. Temtem is probably being played a bit more. Yeah, I mean, I can tell that the views on my more recent videos have just spiked. A ton more people tuning in. That's kind of part of why I'm streaming today, is I want to have a little bit more content out there for people. But like Temtem just isn't my main thing anymore. Is the game up at? It's supposed to be pinned, but it doesn't seem to like being pinned unless I leave it pinned, or unless I like leave it visible for me and it takes up half my chat. But there it is. You see it? Oh, I just reposted it too. But I appreciate you testing it out. I got a feedback form on there too if you get a chance to fill that out. Otherwise, if you just tune into the stream and let me know, that works too. I've gotten some feedback that the tutorial's long and the beginning's a bit long. So those are 2 things I want to work on. So just be aware of that. We do have ads coming in like a minute or so here. This is weird. It looks like it's like a half stall team and then like Minotaur Roller. Sandby is going to be the best because I have Dozing Hit, and if he picks Magmut or Roller, I can actually put it to sleep, even if I do have to take a 2x hit from Minnow. But that's fine because if neither of these have Energy Drink, then I don't need to even swap, and I can just try and kill the Minnow. So it's awesome. Infinitus, hello, welcome. Voloran doesn't really do much here. Yowler I kind of don't want to deal with because I don't have a whole lot. Actually, no, I have to ban the Roller because of my Earth weakness. Got to keep that in mind. It's bad team building. Do not have 4 weaknesses of one type. I do have Munko for a reset to use if anything gets buffed up too much, so that's always nice as a backup. I imagine that Minotaur is going to swap out turn 1. I don't know what he's going to swap into. Oh, really? No Schween. Very interesting. I'll pick up Pazra as my last one just because he's got better offensive scaling than Koish. And just better type advantage against the team. Like, it walls Nid. And I can, like, poison chip down the Magmut and stuff. So it's gonna... If he stays... Oh, Schween's Horn Volorend? Are you flipping serious, man? Oh well, I don't even know if that's gonna do half. One health. So this dude must have actually calced to survive a Crystal Dust from a max special attack Mudrid on 1 health. Which, I mean, I don't think Mudrid's that relevant right now, but kind of cool. We did learn that my Sandby is faster than the Volorend. So I can use Hypno on it next turn. Tolkovino is about to test it out. I think he's in my Discord to test it. I was gonna bug him someday when he had some free time with a couple redeems of Play My Game on his stream. I appreciate that though. So Volorant is the bigger problem, so I want to Crystal Deluge that. And then I can Hypno the Nid. Play it when in stream. Yeah. You know, I thought maybe it'll be fun to just raid him after this, or after my stream's done, and then just do my 2 redeems for, or just do a redeem for Play My Game. I've got enough points for that. I think I could redeem it more than once. Play through the whole thing. Oh, you already did that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, because I know he's not the biggest fan of pixel art, but he said he was pretty interested in my game. I think it's also cool that, you know, since he's also making a mobile game. I want to give his game a try too, but it sounds like he's doing some bigger changes now, and it's going to be delayed. Oh. Wow, that did nothing. Wow, that sucked. Might not be here when he plays it. Have to go grocery shopping. Play it here soon. Appreciate it. I mean, he always posts his VODs too if you wanted to see it. I did better damage. Oh, a feather gat this time. Okay, okay. Sambi's done its... I guess I kind of want Sambi for Yowler, so that probably wasn't the best play. Maybe he was expecting a swap there. I kind of want to swap to Hazrat now. Oh no, it is anaerobic. It's just not working because he's got Schween's Horn. I was so confused at why he's not getting any boosts. Could swap to... No, I can't swap to Munko. Little sleep team. It's not really a sleep team. It's just a monk or a Mudred Sandy combo. So I have the option of sleep. Turning out battle animations. The counters are so much faster. Like Temtem's animations, you don't want to spend 15 seconds to watch a move happen. Yep, 100%. I definitely feel that. I keep the animations on for PvP, and I don't turn them off in between. Allergic spread. I knew that was coming, but unfortunately for him, I forgot I had bait. But this is why you run like a some sort of anti-poison item on Tukai. He's really not that much of a threat to me. He could, like, Savage Suplex and Narco hit Hazrat. I live, but not very well. I'm gonna hope he doesn't have that, and he just swaps because he's scared of the Tukai now. Or maybe he'll double in on the Tukai because, like, a Nox Bomb green circle is tempting. Yeah, I really love the animations, especially stuff like Earthbreaker and Inner Spirit. Even like Late Torment and Psyclab. There's so many good ones. I mean, a lot of them you don't actually run into, and you get stuff like Heat Up, which is really mediocre, but gets the job done. I actually stayed in. Also, for some reason, Windburst did just as much as... Oh, it's Comebacker. Yikes. Ninja still has no way to heal itself. So I'm just going to chip down the Yowler here before it gets out of hand too much. Like, the Ninja Soul's already at a point where it's in range to die. Oh, it does. How didn't it die the first time? So weird. Ugh. It did no damage. I am +3. I know he's +3 too, but still, what? I imagine an Aqua Bullet will finish off the Yowler, so I'm just going to chip down the Magma with Wastewater. Even if he swaps in Volorend, it's only a matter of time now. He's just kind of exhausted his options. I am +3, right? It's crazy. Madness buff. Aw. Special Magma is really not great. I've always liked physical Magma. I know they added Trample, and that's a special move. I still really struggle to justify Magma. I mean, in general, but like a special Magma on anything other than like a raid boss team. And this is not a raid boss team. I accidentally just gave it its item back. And I might have even misclicked and clicked on the Magma instead. Oops. That hasn't happened in a long time. At least I disabled this nut bar, so it's not the worst thing. I was supposed to use Monko this team. I haven't used it yet. So let's at least pretend I'm using it this game. That's a really tanky Magma. I bet he's got like next to no offense invest in it. Hey, bud, you still have your Schween's Horn, you know. Not really sure why the guy's clapping. I feel like nothing crazy really happened this game. He just kind of has a silly team. GG, though. I think I forgot to do the win rate for the last game. I think I'm 3-0 now. I love the queues today. I guess everyone's got the day off and nobody's doing anything. Normally it's awful. Hey, Master Ra. Okay, so he's got... Are you serious? Why does this always happen when I face him nowadays? He's a big monotype enjoyer. And every time I have a team that happens to have too many weaknesses of one kind, he always has the one that matches. Okay, so Osakai and Volphy do not have turn 1 Earths. I don't have a nature to deal with Gario. I think the play is to ban Cowrin and hope that Monko doesn't get banned. Yeah. I don't remember what speed I put the Sandby at. I think it's 200. Sandby's super valuable here, so I want to pick it just as much as I want to pick Monko. He doesn't have like a Digi. I'm going to do this combo. I think he'll try and kill Monko, and I'm just going to double into the Volphy slot. I think Osakai is going to be my next ban. Just because it has like Prio Hook, which could ruin Mudrid, and I don't have anything that can take it down real fast. Although like Roller is going to be a big issue as well. This guy's always cooking? Yeah. I don't know. This team is so unbelievably weak to Earth that I don't know how I didn't notice that. Like, Volgon can't do anything to Earth. Kapire can't. Hazrat can't. Mudrid barely can. Like, these two can at least... Like, Wastewater can chip with Poison Tick, and Volgon has Hypoxia and Sharp Rain if it can get it off. But it's not easy. I do appreciate this guy's teams. I just wish that I had like a normal team when I was facing him. Because if I was running the team I ran in the first couple games, then I would be like, oh yeah, that's totally awesome. So he is going after the Munko. I think I can live this double in. Ooh, I think this kills. Yeah, that was a bulky Volphy though. Okay. Now another funny thing is I actually have head charge on Sanby, so I can use Dozing Hit and put the Gario to sleep if I swap in Mudrid. Now let's see. Kind of a... Oh, I can't swap the Munko. So he gets a free Raiken here. I think he has to swap Gario out though. Into a... Okay, so I'm going to actually reset the Gario, because I think there's a very high chance he's going to swap here into a neutral. But just in case he doesn't, this will remove the evasion from Gario. So he doesn't swap. He just takes extra damage on Sanby. Yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He must have been pretty confident his Raiken could outspeed me, because I could have very easily put the Raiken to sleep there. So I'm very surprised by that play, but that's what he went with, so. So here's the synergy head charge I can do. Problem is, Sambi's going to take a really high amount of damage that I didn't want it to, and also the Refreshing Diabolo is going to proc. So I think I might be cooked. I guess I should have probably transiented the Raiken. Oh well. I guess I got +1 defense, which is nice. Oh, he went for Meteor Swarm. That's kind of greedy. I guess I didn't notice the bait, though, so that's not nearly as crazy. There's the Refreshing Diabolo. Completely have to gamble here on him swapping Gario for a neutral and attacking the Mudrid slot so he can survive. Does this guy not swap? At all? Like, I can kill your Mudrid, man. Or your Riken. And he went for the Sandbee. Crazy player. Absolutely nuts. Well, Rolder kind of just runs through my team now, unfortunately. If this is a cage move flank, that's even worse. Okay, it's unnoticed move flank. I'm hoping this wastewater gets the Riken in range that I can kill it with a lava wave, because I'll have prio if Volgon manages to survive. Yeah, I really thought he was going to swap like 3 times there, and he just never did. Completely threw my strat. Okay, never mind. That is a mega bulky Riken. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, I just took too many gambles and lost. And it was a bad matchup anyways. I mean, when you're playing from behind, in order to make up for a situation like that, you have to play risky. I'm trying to think if there's any way I can win this. He would have to like double in on the Hazrat and ignore the Mudrid. Based on how much damage it took from Meteor Swarm, I know I die to Quetzal, which has higher BP. See, that's so weird to me. I don't understand this play. Is he going for like Stampede for fun? Bestial, close enough. Oh man, cage on a non-hurry wart move flank. That didn't even kill the Hazrat, man. Sad. He's got Bestial base jump. He does have Goring. There's no way, right? I don't think I can outspeed it. Oh, wait, no, I have Transient. Are you serious? Does this kill? Wow, what an absolute throw. Yeah, I forgot about Transient being prio. I was too busy trying to think, could I outspeed his prio, but he didn't have any synergy left. I needed to kill both synergy in the same turn, and because Toxic Farewell, and because that game should not have been won. I was trying to think of, like, what possible way out there was, and the only way I could think of was the Rolder had to not be able to attack that turn. I guess I didn't really think about the Hazrat being able to live. The +1 defense from head charge made it so that there was no way that Mooflank could have killed Sandy with the Goring. And so he had to go for the Hazrat, but then the Toxic Farewell, like 7% plus the Poison Tick, made it so that the game ended in my favor. Crazy. Also, hey Grazian, good to see you. Probably only got about another game or two in me for today. I guess it's still early. I didn't really feel like streaming real long today. One of the things I want to do this month, while I'm kind of taking a little time off from the project, is to make a video on what happened to Temtem. I've gathered a lot of info so far of just like things to touch on from both PvE and PvP players, but I don't have information on like anything before Arbory. Because I started playing in Arbory, and I experienced everything past that point. But up until then, I really don't know. And even in the alpha, I only just played like super casually. Didn't get into things, so I don't even know what happened in the alpha. Because I hear back in the alpha, like, Crema was awesome. Like, they were super friendly and active in their community, listening to feedback and stuff. And then at some point or another, they must have just gotten overwhelmed. I started handling things not as good. So if anyone happens to know like some more details on just like even just like PvP metas or just like Crema in general and wants to give me some info on Discord, my DMs are open, so you could even just message me in like the Archipelago Arena or something too. I just want to make it a nice well put together video, because we do have a lot of people that are coming into the game just now, especially from the the PlayStation and the sales, and even people coming back to the game here and there now that they heard that 1.8 is out. And I get asked fairly often of just like, why don't people play this game? So, figured it might be nice to have like an answer. Okay, another triple Earth team. That is so unusual. It is not common to see a team like this. Can I live a Soil Steam plus a Tsunami on Munko? Also, it's kind of funny. There's a 4x, 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 4x. Where's the Straw Shield? Based on the team... This is not in my playlist. Based on the... Oh, wait, we just heard... Based on the team, I'd guess it's actually Mudrid. Or maybe even Anatan. Looks like Koish got banned. I haven't played Koish at all yet, so I don't mind that too much. Gonna knock out the Osakai for the same reasons as last game. It is pretty threatening. Picking my own Mudrid here is dangerous. First of all, I think an opposing Mudrid lives a Soil Steam unless you're Iron Coating. Which I think I prod Iron Coating. But also, like, Oshiara is faster, and I'm not a max speed Mudrid. So it's a tough choice. I definitely want to go Monko here. Because that threatens out these three, but that means what I really want is like a... Can't bring Hazrat. Hazrat dies. I think I have to bring Tukai, which I don't like. Yeah, because this ends up being the case. And then it's a matter of, can I live the Hasty Lunge plus the Soil Steam? And I want to say I don't, but also I don't know. But right now, Mudred is like the biggest obstacle for me because of that Earth weakness. Like, look, all 4 of my Tems are weak to Earth. So it's a good thing I still banned the Volphy, so I don't have to worry about that. It does mean that Oshiara is also going to be kind of a problem. Especially depending on what happens here turn 1. It'll kind of be a coin flip of who does he attack and does he kill. Now, I don't think Tukai does a whole lot for me in this game outside of the lead. So I'm kind of thinking I just stay in. Actually, there's a Geist here. There's only one mental synergy for hallucination. So I'd be a... But I don't think it's Decidora. It's also Ruminant Minotaur. Love to see it. Man, I just don't know this player. I feel like Ruminant Minotaur and like this whole team comp seems like a really weird mix. Like, you got some really fast Tems like Oshiara and Mudred paired with an Anatan. So I can't prepare for what this player's thinking. My guess is they're just going to swap out Mudred knowing that it's weak here, and then they're going to attack Tukai with Minotaur. And I think I'm going to bring in Hazrat as kind of the... Yeah. As kind of the backup plan just in case I get it wrong. Because if I lose Hazrat, the game can still continue. But if I lose Monko, the game's over. I swapped Volgon into the wrong slot. Actually, no. No, I decided I was going to... Yeah. Okay. So that turn went literally exactly how I predicted. It is Straw Shield Nagais, but it is not Decidora. So it's not Shween's Horn Hallucination, which I guess makes sense with only the one synergy. Question is, what happens this turn? Because now it's less obvious. Minotaur is not in immediate danger, so I think there's a good chance it'll stay in. Oh, the guy's Fury, okay. Yeah, with synergy. I always forget that that move has synergy. It's also a very fast Nagais. This is totally fine. So now I get to bring in my Mudred. Because I know Max Nagais is slower than my Mudred. I think Max Nagais is like 303. I don't know, either way. And then I go Wastewater on the Minotaur, which is more than likely going to swap. Actually, I guess I go Lava Wave. This would be a great time to have Venomous Claws on Hazard again. Just saying. Because then I could Venomous Claws that in the Geist, and then I would be totally free to Soil Steam the Minotaur, and then nothing really wants to come into a Soil Steam except Oshiara, which kind of whatever. It is Mudred there, so he's going to challenge my speed. Not the biggest fan of that, but Speed arrow used in favor. Is Max Nagase really 305? I did not think that was going to come down to speed arrow. No, Max Nagase is 297. I must have missed the speed arrow last time on It's really interesting. My Volgon's dead and I don't have Sandby, so I have no mental synergy to put the Oshiara to sleep. Because that's what I'd really like to do here. Minotaur is dangerous without Mudrid. Mudrid's pretty important. I think I have to swap here. We go for the Lava Wave onto the Mudrid. Then we swap in Tukai for synergy. This won't actually straight up kill the Mudrid. I'll have to kill it through Toxic Farewell, which sucks. But we take what we can get. Aqua Bullet? Unusual. Normally you always run Tsunami. Is it? What? It's Hydrologist Oshiara? I missed that. Alright, it's down to the question of who's faster. The Mudrid or the Oshiara? I have to use Soil Steam here. Because he could swap to Anatan and it would be really bad if he did. But if he didn't, it would be pretty safe for me. Yeah, this is why. I should be able to live even a Hydrologist Tsunami. Aqua Bullet does even more than Tsunami. Wow, that thing almost lived! That's insane! I guess, oh, I did go Fake Beard instead of Iron Coating. Okay, okay. Okay. Now the game's won. Because Oshiara doesn't have any way to break through Tukai. Still haven't really seen it, like, Munko pop off at all, which is sad. Adrenaline Shot on the Oshiara is pretty interesting, but that just means it's going to take big OX. Because, like, it either can't... Anyone know why it got healed there? I guess I don't know why it was that low of health anyways, but... A little BM to do this, but... It's like the sure victory. This way. Because I think... maybe not because it's Hydrologist. Okay, if it was anything other than Sharp Rain, I could have lived that. Without the +2. But alas, regardless, the game is over. I had to make a lot of really like game-changing predictions that fight. Like turn 1 was crazy. The turn where I had to predict the Minotaur to swap into Anatan was pretty bad. Because had he stayed in and used Paizo on Tukai, I would have lost... I think I would have lost Munko. And I guess I wasn't paying attention to see if I was faster than the Oshiara or not. So it would have came down to that, and I just wasn't paying attention. But either way, we gotta win. GG. Alright, I will play one last game, and then we'll raid out to Covino. And sounds like he'll try out my game at that point. Alright. Yeah, I feel like I'm never gonna finish this Genki radar. Just because I only do a couple encounters every stream, and I don't stream very often. Let's see, what else can I talk about? No, I haven't been keeping up with Temtem just nearly as much, so it's just harder to think of stuff. Because it's like, if I was to do another balanced patch for Temtem, I would definitely hit Volerend, Volfi, and Karen. Because I think those three are just too strong. Volerend and Volfi are just by far the most consistent Tems in the entire game. Volfi is overall like offensively useful. Having Plague, a great defensive typing, Dust Vortex, and even like a defensive option in Bush or a second Earth option in Sandstorm. I guess you can run Sandstorm and Bush, but anyway, either way, like Volfi is too versatile. It counters multiple Tems and multiple types, and it is just not really weak ever. And Volerend is just way too strong defensively. Even if its offenses suck, it's just too versatile and counters way too many things. And Karen is just a stupid Tem that can buff itself up and then 1v5 teams. It's one of the only Tems that can actually 1v5 a team effectively. Consistently. I still remember when Karen was so useless and it was basically the same thing as Izair, except with like more stand problems. Hey Millie, good to see you. What you up to? How was your new year? And buffs. Oh, buffs and Golzy. Buffs. I would still give Saku Boomerang back. I'd have to look through. I don't even know. Karen still sucks? No. It's just not your playstyle. Karen is like ridiculously broken. It's not even okay. Oh come on, a rematch against this team. This is not really what I was hoping for Christmas. New Year. We'll pick Sanbi again. Sanbi is like essential here. I don't know. I don't think Golzy is bad. I think Golzy is still very strong. It's just he's not as splashable as he used to be. Because before, with Hasty Lunge, Adrenaline Shot, you would just throw Golzy on any team, and he would be useful. But now that you need synergy for Prio on Hasty Lunge, it makes him a lot more interesting, and you have to play around natures. These 2-Tems are too valuable against this team. So I'm just going to double swap turn 1 into probably like Hazrat Koish or something. Just 2 things that can take the hits and then start shipping down one of these 2 slots, probably the Raiken. And then just finish off the Raiken as the hold goes off on Gario. And then I'll have to knock out Osakai. I won't be able to get the head charge synergy unless I use Volgon. He got woken up at midnight and woke up for work at 5 a.m. That's pain. He's still kind of tired even after napping after work. Hopefully you get the day off today. I know I do. Or I know you just said you work at 5. I hope you at least get a little bit more time to rest. Maybe head to bed early or something. So I think... yeah, I think Hazrat Volgon are going to be the play. Volgon purely for the synergy. And also, I guess, for the potential Sharp Rain if I happen to get 2 holds off. It kind of sucks double swapping turn 1 when there's a Raiken, and as soon as Raiken gets a kill, it'll start popping off. But it's just, it needs to happen. Frishing Diabolo as well. So what's going to happen here? Who's going to target? Like, Monko makes the most sense, but Sambi's the bigger threat to his team. Yeah, maybe Monko's the bigger threat. So if I go with Hazrat here and Koish here... I have to watch how much health Quetzal does here. Because there might be a play to break the evasion on Gario and then put it to sleep with Hypno. 423 down to 279. I can't do the math right now. 224. Yeah, that does not... I do not live another. I don't have to do the math. Or maybe I do, I guess. Close but you die? Yeah. Buddy swapped. Shoot, I don't know if he's gonna cage or not. Because if he cages, then I don't have like any counterplay. And I basically just have to take something with me. Because right now, it's like I really want to swap. Yeah, there's the cage. Good thing he revealed that last game. Now Mooflank will be in range to die to whatever Sambi's got for it. So now I need to chip down the Gario. Yeah, even after the Diabolo, this is fine. I don't know if I live the Goring or not on Quish. I know I live a Rockfall if that's what he chooses to do. On Hazrat. Yeah. Quish OP. There's no way he cages again, right? I'm not confident anymore. I guess I'm not confident that the Matter Teleport kills just because of how physically bulky Move Flank is, and I think this one is even physically bulky among physically bulky, so... Now, my Monko can take like a hit or two from this thing. Oh, he swapped to Sand. He actually would have gone for the kill. That's crazy to me. I wanted my Hazrat to die that turn, so he would have been helping me. And I get an unnoticed on Monko, which is really nice. So I could try and go for like a cheeky reset into the move flank. I feel like he's just gonna... Just gonna cage again or something. Goring. 355. I can take another one of those. It's 140. I probably could have killed and like, got some chip damage on Raiken. Oh well. This is a good spot for me, because I can Soul Shout this slot no matter what it is and deal 2x to either Roller or Volphy. If he brings in Volphy, he doesn't have Synergy, and so I'll be able to move before him, and I can Hypno... No, wait, no, it's bait Raiken. Shite. Did not think about that. Never mind, doesn't matter. Why would he do that? Oh my goodness! How do you do so little damage? How was that even possible? It's like a third of the Roller's health. Does this thing have 0 offensive invest? Like literally 0? Figures. I need to like stamina stall this Riken now, and that's not going to be easy. I feel like no matter what, Hazoret dies this turn, right? So I'm pretty free to Lava Wave. He did still hit the Sandby for OX. Yeah, hold Anger. If there's any chance of me winning, I have to kill the Wolfie here. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can take a Quetzal from Riken on Sandby. And I think I have enough bulk to take one on Volgon as well. He'll OX if he does. I do not have Strangle on Sandby, but I'll have Hypno. Does he have Embers? Oh, he rests this turn? Or maybe he's still just slower than me. Yeah. He has too much bulk in the Riken. Not enough speed, not enough damage. GG. Oh, that's kind of why I've never been able to believe in Riken carry. It seems pretty strong in the right situations, but in so many more general situations, it just doesn't quite make it past the... Yeah. Alright, so let's see. I don't think I lost any today. I should have lost the one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 6 games today. Couple different teams. Let me actually remember to share the stupid team code for this. Not that I think this is a good team. Yeah, it's basically just a few feels good Tems on it. I think Sandby is still a little underrated. Sandby's always seemed like a good Tem. And now that it has like head charge for a bit of coverage with dozing hit, it's even more fun. I think today was the most, like, I love head charge. And last time I tried head charge Sandby, I tried to get too much into the sauce with Nagase. But I think just having it like this is nice enough. The Kapire didn't do anything. Tukai did stuff. Koish, I don't know. Kapire and Koish seem like the weak links on this team. I'm sure there's room for swapping those two out. Because, I mean, half the reason I have Koish is for Kapire, and it seems like either one or the other was banned, and I just don't like either on this team anyways, so. Looks like ads are about to hit, so we're going to raid out before they do, so you guys don't have to sit through that. Alright, yeah, we're gonna raid Covino. He's another developer friend of mine. It sounds like he's gonna give my game a play. So I figured it'd be a good time to stop in. I'm gonna hope to do a few more Temtem streams this month. I might mix it up with some like other game streams. Don't think I'm gonna do all Temtem, but there'll be a bit more Temtem content this month. Just because I'll be taking a little break. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.